Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here, and this is the Watchpost variant of Rush Warrior. This is not my own list, I picked this up from HS Replay. It is one of the better performing Rush Warrior lists right now, although the traditional list is also still doing perfectly fine. But it was fun to play with some different cards for a change. Far Watchpost, Motion Watchpost, Watchposts were nerfed previously, but they are still viable cards to play with. And when you look at the pecking order, it remains the same. The Far Watchpost is by far the best Watchpost. Motion Watchpost is already kind of mediocre, I'm not perfectly sure whether it really belongs in the deck, and Gargle Battle Scar, even though it can summon you a nice board after you have had some Watchpost, is by far the weakest of the three cards. So there might be an even more optimal Rush Warrior list that would be a little bit more standard, but with 4 Watchposts included, because that still seems to be a very valid card. It still messes up with the plans of your opponent. Other than that, it is Rush Warrior business as usual. Rush Warrior is strong especially when it can buff up stuff. And you can buff up stuff in your hand, you have conditioning, give minions in your hand +1/+1 upgrades when you have 5 mana. So typically you want to use conditioning when you have 5 mana, then it gives your minions +2/+2. At that point maybe you have had a bumper car, maybe it has died, maybe you have some 1/1s in your hand, and then they suddenly become 1 mana 3/3s, so an excellent tool. Overlord Run Attack also buffs stuff in your hand. If you can use these to buff up stuff in your hand and you buff up Blade Master Samuro, well, that frenzy effect then becomes a pretty sweet board clear. You also have some ways to buff up stuff on the board, because you have Parade Leaders that can buff up your rush minions when they're played, and you have Rocara. After a friendly minion attacks and survives, give it +1/+1. Rocara is one of the strongest cards in the deck. You really want to, for example, discover additional copies of Rocara from Athletic Studies, and sometimes you can even play like Playmaker into Rocara, especially if you already have a board. You have Playmaker, then you get Rocara on the board, you get 2 Rocaras, then your existing minions get to attack and they get +2/+2 when they survive. That's just yet another way for this deck to build up these really huge boards. As for the mulligans with this deck, there are 2 cards that you always want in every single matchup. Those cards are the Imprisoned Canarch and the Far Watchpost. Just getting on the board, getting that weapon, making your opponent's cards more expensive, those are just really good things to have. You usually also want Bumper Car. Bumper Car is good in all the faster matchups. It's not good if you're the aggressor and the opponent is doing nothing, like against Priest for example. But pretty much everywhere else, Bumper Car is just doing great things. And Swordier is good if the matchup is a little bit slower, a little bit more mid-rangey. Let's say you're playing against a Shaman, for example, then Swordier can be a really strong keep. Rush Warrior is a fun deck because there's a lot of swings in this, because you have all these Playmaker and Parade Leader and Rush Minion plays, and you can just, the opponent has the board, but then you just take over and all sorts of things can happen in these games. And then ultimately some troublemakers, maybe Alex Trasa to finish it off. A deck that is definitely capable of many surprises. Now, let's go take a look at this Watchpost Rush Warrior in action, and if you enjoyed this content, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. That's those. Hi Barrett, good evening. Well, playing my Parade Leader here doesn't actually do anything. Challenge anything the Priest might play next turn. Does not. Well, Priest is the weakest matchup for this archetype, so I obviously don't have any great expectations for this specific game. We'll see how it goes. This is the Watchpost turn. Watchpost. Oh, Priest should always have the tools to defeat that. I have the opportunity to play Parade Leader in Bumper Car next turn, if I so choose. Yeah, we're just going to Bumper Car that. But I haven't found a real team. That's the problem now, isn't it? Well, there's a Playmaker. I don't want to play my conditioning when I don't have the 1/1s in hand yet. Just want to hit face with these for now. Chill. We should have plenty of answers though. Yep. Maybe some Hysteria? No. Perhaps a little bit of... what is it, the AoE spell? Some hold smiting. Sure. Works. 10 treasures. If I lose the mech on the board, the 10 treasure cost will go up to 5 again. I can't easily get 10 treasures out there this turn. I'd kind of want the 1/1s, which will then be 3 trees. Because buffing my minions now doesn't seem particularly great. That's the problem, isn't it? Then those will be simply 1/1s. I'll play a 10 treasure out there. I'll use the conditioning now. I'll do a board like this. This can of course be cleared with a Hysteria. We'll see. James, Priest today keeps Hearthstone away. Absolutely. It's also my weakest matchup with the Saga type, so incredible fun to have this as the first game of today. Really makes you just instantly want to quit the game. But the night is still young, and there will be other games against other classes. And Blizzard has told that they're going to nerf Priest next week, but they're only going to tell us the details on Wednesday, and the nerfs will come on Thursday. They could Hysteria the dragon here. How is the Priest back at full health again? Just how does that work? Don't even know. Do know that this one's going to the dome. Don't play 10 treasure. I can still Hysteria that one to kill all of these. But a few awkward things aren't there. I think I'll still jam one of those down there. They didn't have a Hysteria earlier. So why would they have a Hysteria now? Not all priests are even running Hysteria. That's just the way priest likes it. Then we try Troublemaker and hope they don't have a way to steal that. We'll see. Top deck Soul Mirror. Just an Archdruid. Archdruid doesn't matter, but... Okay, so it's getting interesting here. Priest will get the healing, of course. I could use Playmaker and a Rider. Let's see what Athletic Studies brings first. A Claw Machine. I could do Claw Machine. I can totally do a Claw Machine here. Do I want 2 Claw Machines or just 1? Priest can still Hysteria away the board next. They haven't had a Hysteria up to this point though. Maybe it's just a regular Claw Machine over there. Get that draw. Push face with these. Hero power a little. Few more trees. That's acceptable. Okay, we put the priest down to 9. Obviously not enough to kill them with the Alex yet. And they might just have the Samuro and Apotheosis. We'll trade trees and not play anything else to avoid Hysteria. Yeah, but we're still... I mean, I'm beginning to think that they probably don't have Hysteria in that list. And then there's stuff like Soul Mirror. And there's so many other things that they can do. So I want to push maximum damage. Which will make everything weak except for Hysteria, Samuro, Apotheosis and Soul Mirror. Because so far I have a read that none of those would be available. The Soul Mirror was available, in fact. Which is nice for the priest, of course. And that was a... was that a... oh, that was their real Soul Mirror. Oh, and they also have some bonus healing effects. That's tough. Now I have to hope that both of the 3 trees miss the Troublemaker here. It's unlikely though. Okay. Run attack. Now Rantak is an interesting figure. But can we get the pressure? What if I play the Playmaker and the Rantak? 8 mana. I kind of like that. Doesn't set me up with another motion watch post for the Gargle, but other than that I kind of like it.
You aren't even ready for this.
Let's go with the Rantak here. One Rantak goes over there. One Rantak goes over there. And a 5 hits over there. We can try something like this. Obviously, if they now have Isera Awakens, they can clear this board. There was no real good way for me to play around that anyway. But I could do Motion Watch post Gargle next turn. I already saw their real Soul Mirror, so unless they have a generated Soul Mirror, that should prove to be fairly difficult. Okay. That's annoying. So is that. That's not meaningful. It can't attack. So, can I kill the priest? Priest at 19. 9 plus 8 is not 19. I can't kill the priest, not even with the Dark Moon Riders. What I can do is push 9. I kind of have to kill the Naralex here. Oh dear. Not nearly as fun as I had hoped this would be.
These old bones just keep moving. Here for a good time. Here for a good time. Not a long time.
This unfortunately will be spent here. These are going. That was a small error there. Could have had one more stat on that one. The priest's at 15. I don't know what. I suppose there's no Isera Awakens there, but this could have been a 6-7, so it goes a little tough. This sets up for the Gargle for next turn. And I have the Gargle and then I have the Alex, and that's the extent of my threats. It's with Shaman in duels. Awesome. They get the elemental back. Okay. So they're at 23. So we need to grab that one. Couple of Rocaras. Versus the bumper car, isn't it? It's the bumper car. We need these to go into that one. Then it's the Dark Moon Rider. Those are going into that one. This goes face. Then it's the double Rocara. And more face. We'll try something like this. We already saw one copy of Apotheosis. Risk is down to 10. Do they have a board clear? We have seen an Apotheosis, we have seen a Soul Mirror. Condemn is sweet. But do they really have a second copy of Apotheosis there? That's where it starts to look like that they had both copies of Apotheosis. They had both copies of Apotheosis. That was unlikely. But let's see. So they just go for as much healing as they can.
You gonna cry?
Okay, so they just heal as much as they can and they spend both nightmares just to heal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions on this board. Too bad that there's that apotheosis on that, so I actually don't want to play my Troublemaker. I think it's 2 riders to kill off that minion there. Raise this down to 1 card. I think it's 2 riders here. We kill off that one. Then we just go face with everything here. And we let their Nesot die now. That took the second copy of Apotheosis with it. I've also seen both copies of Condemn, and I have seen their Soul Mirror. Can they resurrect their Nesot now? It's really sad, but that's the way it goes. They are on their way down. Crab Riders. No. Runtak maybe. Let's see. Crab Rider was an option, I guess, with conditioning. That's the problem. I have to get this Forge post out there now. Oh, there, get the weapon. That's the best card to keep in the mulligan. So we're a little bit weak in this mirror right now. I don't think there's much I can do in this game, to be honest. They had the perfect opener. I didn't. They will be able to kill both of these minions. Most likely they have access to 4 mana at the moment. And that weapon alone is just worth a lot. Well, there's a glimmer of hope if they don't actually have a minion that has 3 attack. The rush minion that they could play now. Because if they don't, then they have to choose. They can only kill 1. And then I have this Runtak into Runtak thing coming. That's my only hope. It's not a great hope.
These old bones just keep moving.
Now I will have to kill that one. The cost increase there. But I will have to play my Runtak now. I have to kill the Parade Leader. It's too dangerous to leave alive. I can probably kill both of these now. Will I do a Sword Eater next? It's a 3/6. I could also use a Runtak. This is... Oh no! Perfect Discover! Perfect hand plus Perfect Discover. That's obscene. That is just obscene. I mean, you're always killing the Runtak here. Come on, dude. You're always killing the Runtak. Things could be worse. I have the option to play the Sword Eater now. But now I can't afford to kill the Watch Post because I have to kill the Rocara. I could also kill the Rocara with the Runtak. A fairly big Runtak. It goes down to 4 health. They already have a way to kill it on board. Sword Eater has got to be better now. It allows me to kill the Rocara, but that was a bonus Rocara. They still have their real Rocara left. I can't get rid of their Watch Post. I was thinking this might open up something like Watley into 10 conditioning. Maybe. Maybe this could open that up. But I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will. So they don't have conditioning because they played the stage dive. They have more Forge Posts and... They actually didn't have more stuff. Now this is starting to get really interesting. I could kill the Watch Post and then play Watley. That's the best move available to me. Now I can draw stuff. And then I will have the conditioning available. Okay, okay. Can we actually turn this around? Against the Ganark opener with Watch Posts and a random Rocara? Is there actually a way to turn this around? That would be crazy. That would be totally crazy.
There must be a way.
But I'm really wondering if it can be possible. That's a playmaker? Could it be conditioning? If it's conditioning, why didn't they use it last turn? I mean, look at this. It's an actually exciting Hearthstone game. It is conditioning. I don't know why they didn't use it last turn. But they have a couple of trees.
Here for a good time.
Okay. It's time for me to use my conditioning now. And play the Far Witch Post. And play the 3/5 bumper car. Now, before they get to the mana total where they could start playing like troublemakers and stuff. They can have playmakers, they can have another parade leader. They can have that. They kind of want to kill the Far Witch Post. I mean, a 4/4 doesn't kill a Far Witch Post. I have a 6/9 run attack. It can kill this. I can't protect it, I can't get a taunt out there. What if I play my 7/7 and a 4/7? Trade with this and the weapon. That's intriguing. Could have played it the other way around to save 1 mana, but that wouldn't have really mattered now, would it? Because I was not going to play 1/1 on this board. Like, even if you have a troublemaker here, that's a pretty intense board. Could be some kind of big playmaker play, I guess. But most of these cards are more expensive than usual because of the Far Witch Post. These 3 cards are more expensive than usual. Oh, Blade Master Samuro. I see what you did there. That was impressive. That was impressive. It just swings and swings. My Samuro is not buffed up yet. 2 cards in their hand. Still have the Far Witch Post. Go try this. Okay. 3 cards in hand, all of them are more expensive than usual. They could get a troublemaker out there anyway. A 9-cost troublemaker can be played. Then Treasure can kill the run attack. So this will be enough to kill the board. 4 attack. It deals 8 damage to that. Now that it has 7 health, it survives hitting in the Motion Watch Post. I can use this to clear the board. I can get a Ganak out there. I can get a Darkmoor Rider out there. Okay. They have used their Samuro. Alright, alright. I've been slowly swinging this back. They had a dream beginning, but they couldn't keep it up.
And the cycle of life is reborn anew.
Can easily trade these 2 into Alexstrasza, right? I get my troublemaker on the board.
Not a long time.
Yep. Troublemaker time.
You gonna cry?
Okay, we got the Alex. We still have the Far Witch Post. It's insane how long this Far Witch Post has lived.
You're in my school now.
Okay.
You gonna cry?
And that's just lethal damage.
Weapons for
Phew. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.